The 1960s were filled with cultural shifts, bold style, and memorable products that made you feel pretty cool just by owning them. From fashion statements to must-have gadgets, these things became symbols of status, and they shaped the trends of the 1960s. So let's take a look back at some of the coolest things the 1960s had to offer. Turtlenecks were the epitome of understated cool in the 1960s, blending sophistication and a bit of rebellion. They were worn by intellectuals and counterculture icons, and if you wore them, they signaled that you were in tune with the shifting social landscape. Celebrities like Steve McQueen and Paul Newman gave the look a mainstream appeal, showing that it could be rugged as well as refined. Pierre Cardin was one of the popular brands during this time, but there were many other knockoffs, which made it easy for teens to jump on the trend. So if you wanted to look cool in the 60s, a turtleneck was your go-to essential. Seeing Cool Hand Luke in theaters in 1967 was a rite of passage for anyone who considered themselves part of the cultural moment. Paul Newman played a rebellious outsider, and it captivated audiences, embodying the era's anti-establishment spirit. The film's themes resonated deeply with the younger generation, and then you had the quotes, with lines like this:
"What we've got here is failure to communicate."
And quotes like this made Cool Hand Luke a benchmark of being cool. Owning a Fender Stratocaster in 1962 was like holding the key to rock and roll stardom. The sleek design and colors made it as much a visual icon as a musical one, cementing its place in music history. Guitar legends like Buddy Holly and later Jimi Hendrix brought the guitar to life, inspiring countless young musicians. The Stratocaster was used across many genres, from surf rock to blues, ensuring that anyone wielding one was taken seriously. Simply put, playing a Stratocaster guaranteed instant admiration because it was another symbol of coolness. The GE hairsetter was a revolutionary gadget that made achieving glamorous, perfectly curled hair an attainable dream for women in the 1960s. Without leaving your house, you could have a big, voluminous hairstyle that became a hallmark of the 1960s. It was especially popular with those that wanted to emulate the look of First Lady Jackie Kennedy. Owning one of these devices meant you could skip going to the salon, yet still have hair that turned heads. Sunburst clocks were the pinnacle of mid-century modern design, turning a standard clock into a stunning piece of art. The bold, geometric designs reflected the 1960s obsession with space-age aesthetics, making them a perfect fit for the futuristic vibe of the era. Hanging one on your wall signaled impeccable taste, as it complemented the clean lines and innovative interiors popular at the time, making it a conversation piece when you had company over. The 64-pack of Crayola crayons with the built-in sharpener was the holy grail of school supplies in the 1960s. We all remember seeing it for the first time, and we instantly wanted it. It was crazy to think you could choose colors like burnt sienna or periwinkle and then sharpen any of them on demand. It was mind-blowing. The set of crayons offered an unmatched palette for any artist, and owning this box wasn't just about coloring. It was about standing out among your friends. It was the ultimate box of crayons, and it was on everybody's list when it came to Christmas or birthdays. Recollection Road is proud to partner with Legacy Box. Get early access to the best deal of the year. Watch until the end of this video to see why Legacy Box is the perfect gift this holiday season. And then visit legacybox.com/recollection for an incredible 65% off. The Western Electric Model 1500 was a touch-tone phone that became a symbol of cutting-edge technology in the 1960s. There was no more rotary dial, just a sleek plastic case with a series of push buttons, making calling someone much easier and faster. The satisfying beep tones felt futuristic and made everyday phone calls feel cool. Being one of the first to own this phone showed that you were ahead of the technology curve and appreciated these new advancements. You were really special if you picked up the new 2500 model in 1968, which had two added buttons, pound and star. The Schwin Stingray was the ultimate status symbol for any kid in the 1960s, but in 1968, Schwin came out with something even better, the Stingray Crate. This bike was a dragster on 2 wheels, having a sweet suspension with a banana seat, high handlebars, and a sissy bar. The Crate came in flashy colors, too. There was the Apple Crate, the Lemon Peeler, and the Orange Crate, and they were the absolute coolest bikes in the neighborhood. They were perfect for popping wheelies or just cruising around the block. The slick rear tire and spring front fork weren't just stylish, they were cutting-edge features that set the Crate series apart. Owning one meant you had the most coveted bike on the planet. Go-go boots were a must-have fashion statement in the 1960s, embodying the mod style of the era. These boots, paired with a miniskirt, instantly elevated any outfit, making you the center of attention at parties or clubs. Go-go boots were heavily featured in TV shows and worn by stars like Nancy Sinatra, who even sang about them, and they became a cultural phenomenon. Dancing in go-go boots was a statement of confidence, and their sleek design perfectly captured the bold energy of the decade. If you wanted to be in step with all things British invasion and swinging 60s, then go-go boots were essential. English leather cologne was a defining scent for men who wanted to exude confidence and rugged sophistication in the 60s. Its bold masculine fragrance was instantly recognizable, especially with its giant wooden cap, and it sat on top of many bedroom dressers across the country. Wearing it routinely showed you had a sense of style, and young boys especially took note. They too wanted to smell like Dad. The cologne's marketing campaigns tied it to a confident, adventurous lifestyle, making it the scent of the 60s. Owning the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in 1967 meant you were part of a cultural revolution. The album's psychedelic cover art alone made it a centerpiece of any record collection, while the groundbreaking tracks like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds pushed the boundaries of music. It was more than just an album, it was a creative statement that celebrated experimenting. The album sparked many conversations, as it resonated deeply with the counterculture movement of the late 60s. Not to mention, it also fed into the urban legend that Paul McCartney was dead. Recollection Road and Legacy Box both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you've been looking for that perfect gift, look no further than Legacy Box. We all have a box of treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, so why not bring them back to life like I did, using Legacy Box? Now we can relive those memories as a family every time we get together. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or the cloud. Just send in your Legacy Box filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's really that easy. Legacy Box is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Give your loved ones the perfect gift this holiday season. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to get an exclusive 65% off. Take advantage of their best deal of the year and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to save 65% while supplies last. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to check the description of this video for links to pick up a t-shirt and sign up for the newsletter. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club.